Today, we're going to create this 3D floating video effect inside of DaVinci Resolve using the Fusion page and a few easy steps. A real quick update on why I've been so quiet this past few weeks. I've been busy setting up my online store and it's finally finished. You can check it out, the link's in the description. There's only 2 plugins on there for now. This is just the start. The one is the newspaper article plugin I gave away for free in a previous video. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. And the other one is the Highlight Pro. Super excited, super proud of this plugin. And I'd love to hear your feedback or any ideas for new plugins or templates you want me to create next. Without wasting more time, let's get back to the video. Okay, inside the DaVinci Resolve project, add a Fusion composition onto your timeline, drag it out to about 12 seconds and jump into the Fusion page. Right, in your Fusion page, we're gonna add the media, the main clip, drag it into the node section, select the image plane 3D and connect it to that node. Selecting the image plane 3D, if you press 2 on your keyboard, it will show inside the viewer. If you only see one view, at the top here, there's 2 little rectangles there. If you press that, it will show 2 views. Now selecting the image plane 3D, if you press 1 on your keyboard, it will show the other viewers. But we only want to see 1 for now, so I'm gonna click on this viewer button again, so I only see 1 view. So to move around in your 3D space, if you press and hold the middle mouse button, it will move around like this. If you hold in Alt while pressing the middle mouse button, it will rotate. If you scroll the middle mouse button, it will go up and down. If you hold in Control, it will zoom in while scrolling the middle mouse button. And if you hold in Shift while scrolling, it will rotate up and down. But with that out of the way, let's head to the next part. Select the Merge 3D and connect the image plane 3D to the Merge 3D. Now select the Merge 3D and press 2 on that. Nothing changes, it only shows the view from the media going into the image plane 3D into the Merge 3D. For organizing purposes, open your select tool and search for underlay. I'm gonna call this underlay main media and then drag these 3 nodes inside the underlay. Select the underlay and we can change the color. I'm gonna just select a random color there. Okay, the next thing we're gonna add is our icon. If you have social media icons or anything like that, so select all your icons and then drag them inside of this node section. I'm gonna get rid of these merge nodes. Selecting the top icon, I'm going to connect an image plane 3D node to the top icon. Selecting the image plane 3D, I'm going to connect a merge to that. For organizing purposes, I'm going to add another underlay. Open the select tool, search for underlay, and then we're going to call this underlay icons. Change the color, drag it underneath these icons. To connect the icons to our main media so they are in the same 3D environment, we're going to add another Merge 3D node. We'll connect the Merge 3D from the main media to the outside merge and the Merge 3D from the icons to the outside merge. Now selecting the merge on the outside, so press 2 on your keyboard. Now you'll see both the main media and the icons. So selecting the image plane 3D of the first icon, under transform, we can move this around. Under translation, we'll move this icon out of the way, and under scale, we're gonna scale this down to 0.3. Literally place this icon anywhere inside of our 3D environment. But before we do that, we want to see what this looks like in a 2D environment. So to do that, select the camera, little camera here, and drag it here, connect it to the outside merge. Add a 3D renderer node, connect the 3D merge to the render and the render to the media out. Select the media out and press 2 on your keyboard. Now you won't see anything, but if you select the merge 3D, press 1 on your keyboard to see the other viewer. Go up here and select the dual view. Now you can see that the camera is up against that media. It's an easy solve. Selecting the camera, under transform and pull the Z-axis way back. This is where we want our video to end. Select the first icon and then just move it around using these arrows. Selecting the second icon below this one, add another image plane 3D and then connect it to this merge. Under transform, select scale and just scale this down to 0.3. Move this around, put this maybe up here somewhere. And then the next one, select image plane 3D, connect it to the merge as well, and then under transform, scale this down to 0.3 and then move this around. And select the next one, under transform, scale this to 0.3, right? Then the next one, image plane 3D, connect it to the merge. Same thing, transform 0.3 and then scale it down. And then move it to the side, move it wherever you want it to go. And then the last one, connect with image plane 3D and connect it to that merge, scale it down to 0.3 again. I think this looks good, doesn't look that bad. Select all your video clips, drag them into Fusion, and then we want to get rid of these merge nodes. Open your select tool, add an underlay, and then let's name this video clips and make this purple or whatever, doesn't matter. Selecting the top video clip, add an image plane 3D and then connect a merge node to that image plane 3D and connect it to the main outside merge. And the same with the video clips. We're going to move them around. Go closer to the camera, the bigger they will appear. It's not always easy to work in the 3D environment. We'll move this around as we go. Select the next video, connect an image plane to that and connect it to the merge. And now we can do the same with that. Selecting the next one, add another image plane, connect it to the merge 3D. And then the same thing, we're going to move this around. So you want a little bit of contrast between big and small. So add all your clips and you've got them placed exactly where you want them to be. Search the select tool and transform 3D. Add it underneath the camera 3D. Select the transform 3D. Using the Z axis, I'm gonna add a keyframe on 0 on the Z axis on my transform 3D and then go up to about frame 60. I'm gonna add another keyframe there and then I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and I want this to hover around here. Open the spline window, select your camera 3D and click on this zoom to fit. Select all your keyframes, press S on your keyboard, hold in Alt, grab the top keyframe, hold in Alt and then drag it out. I'm gonna move some of these icons around. Everything else looks pretty decent to me. And now selecting the transform 3D, I'm gonna add another transform 3D below that. The first transform 3D keyframes ends at frame 60, but I'm gonna use the second transform 3D and start my animation at frame 50 at least. I'm gonna add a keyframe on the Z axis. Then I'm gonna go up to frame 140 and then add another keyframe and then I'm gonna zoom out all the way. And then open the spline window, select the second transform, zoom to fit, and the same thing. We're gonna smooth it out, Control S on your keyboard, and then drag this last part out. So I'm literally just moving stuff around, making stuff bigger, smaller. So when you're done with everything, go back to the edit page. Now everything will play out, but it's on a transparent background. So you can add your own background. I'm just gonna drag this background on top here. When you're done, your animation should look something like this. Today, we're gonna create this 3D floating video effect inside of DaVinci Resolve using the Fusion page and a few easy steps. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment. I love to hear them. And yes, check out the online store. I'm super proud of it. This is just the beginning. And feel free to give me any suggestions on specific plugins or templates you want me to create. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.